so it's obviously kind of late. Sorry if the lighting isn't that great, sorry about that. But we have some serious info to talk about. If you didn't hear today, the legendary dogs were actually released into the wild, which is really awesome because, you know, it adds some new stuff to do to the game. Obviously more Pokemon to catch is good. And so currently they are in different areas around the world, which is kind of interesting. They won't stay there, so don't worry, it's not permanent, but I'll tell you where they are real quick. So Raikou is going to be in the Americas, which is South and North America. So that's where I live, so I'll be able to catch Raikou, which is pretty cool. And then Entei, which is my favorite, is unfortunately in Europe and Africa. So if you're there, that's pretty cool. Hopefully you can catch one of those. Suicune, Suicune, it's in the Asia/Pacific region, so if you're there, hopefully you can pronounce it. And yeah, it's the water type, so that's pretty cool. It will move, they will all move on September 30th, and then they will all move again on October 31st. So basically what that means is that the Pokemon will change locations. We're not sure what direction or where, but that means you will you will be able to catch every single one. So you don't have to worry about catching them all right now. You just have to worry about it when they flip in a month. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad they did it like that because that makes it a little less stressful to catch them, because when they had the 3 birds and you only had a week to get them, it caused a lot of stress, and you know, it's more fun this way, more light. Yeah, I'm glad they did it this way. So the next thing we have to talk about are exclusive raids. So they are now called EX raid battles, which is kind of an interesting name. It's probably just marketing, but yeah, that's what they're called now. It is in the field testing stage, which and it will only be at select gyms. So we're not really sure, you know, what gyms will be chosen. Hopefully it's just all gyms randomly, but it might just be sponsored gyms like they did originally with raids. I guess we'll find out when the first round of invites comes out, which will be sent soon according to them. I don't think anyone has gotten them as this at the time of this video going up. So if you want to find out when they come out, just follow me on Twitter. There's the, you know, @ or whatever, my handle. I'll leave it in the description as well. So, they also said as it is in beta, they will be tweaking many parts so that the experience is, you know, fleshed out and fun. I think that's really good on Niantic that they're not just going to release this feature. They don't really know how that will affect the community. They're going to do it kind of in beta, and we'll give them feedback, which is awesome. I'm glad they're moving towards that direction, so good on you for that one, Niantic. After the invites are sent, the first raids will actually be happening on September 6th. So the exclusive raids will probably include Mewtwo, as that's what they were advertised with when they were first, you know, announced. Alright, so there was also a new version update, which is not available in the App Store yet, unfortunately. But if you do have an Android, you can get it on APK Mirror, which I think is technically not allowed, so do it at your own risk, but I will leave it in the description if you are interested. A link in the description. So in the new update, you can now see how many people are in a raid battle, which is really cool. So you can, you know, tell before you go into the raid if it's worth it or not. But the only problem with this is you have to actually use a raid pass in order to get into the raid, which is kind of unfortunate because if there's 0 people in, it seems like if there was even a whole group of people there and they didn't know each other were there, say there's like buildings or, you know, it's just something that's hard to all gather in one spot, and it has 0 people in, you don't know that you should use your raid pass to go in there. So a good solution for Niantic would be to use the raid pass as soon as as soon as the raid starts, or they could just use the raid pass as something to unlock the rewards. So say you could do the raid as many times, or you could do a raid for free whenever you want, but if you actually wanted to access the rare candy, TMs and such, then they would have to use a raid pass to access them. I think that's probably the best solution because more people could contribute to raids, but, you know, Niantic would still make lots of money because in order to actually get the rewards, you'd have to, you know, either buy a raid pass or use your free one. So the next thing that was added is that you can, the Go Plus will now spin gyms, which is a really nice quality of life feature. Going by gyms, if you were on a jog or something, you couldn't really, you know, take access to all those extra items, which was really unfortunate, but they fixed that. So that's good that they're working on the Go Plus and they haven't completely abandoned it. A lot of people thought they had, because they hadn't, you know, released any fixes for it in a long time. Alright, so another feature is you can now search for moves with the @ symbol, which is a pretty cool feature because if you're in a raid and you need to know if you need a specific move against a Pokemon, not necessarily a type, you can just search for it and then it'll pop right up, which I think that's a good feature, so it was asked for a lot. So it shows that Niantic is listening to the community and they are open to our ideas. And another thing that was fixed is the last ball bug, which is really great because that was a really annoying bug and it removed a lot of suspense because you just knew it was going to break out. And that's really awesome, so I'm glad they fixed that bug. And now the only last thing is the double XP will now show properly in raids. That's kind of a minor fix. So, unfortunately this isn't really a gameplay video. Again guys, I'm really sorry about that. I was maybe planning on going out and trying to do one of the first Raikou raids, but unfortunately Raikou didn't come out until, you know, it was already night, so I couldn't do any raids. But tomorrow I may be able to do a Raikou raid. We'll see. If I do, I'll try to upload it that night so you guys can see it right away. If not, I will probably just, you know, stick to my normal upload schedule unless there's some other information or some big thing that I'll talk about. So yeah, that's all the info that we have right now, guys. I'm glad you watched this video. I hope you enjoyed it. So, if you again want to follow me on Twitter, @Mesa Pokemon Go, link in the description, and that's the handle. Alright, see you guys in the next one.